This is a great verse to bring up. It's a surprising passage that comes from a section where Jeremiah is calling Israel to repentance and warning them of judgment, but also promising a future restoration. And that's where we find Jeremiah 3:16, which says, "And when you have multiplied and been fruitful in the land, in those days, declares the Lord, they shall no more say, the ark of the covenant of the Lord. It shall not come to mind or be remembered or missed. It shall not be made again." This is powerful. The Ark of the Covenant was central to worship under the law of Moses. God himself commanded the Israelites to make that ark and to store it in the innermost chamber of the temple called the Most Holy Place. And he commanded that every year on the Day of Atonement, the high priest had to enter into that most holy place, into the presence of God himself, and sprinkle blood on the Ark of the Covenant to atone for the sins of Israel. This was sacred ground. And here, 600 years before Jesus, Jeremiah is prophesying that this ark will not be needed in the coming New Covenant era. God declares it won't be made again, and it won't be remembered or missed. Why? The next verse tells us, verse 17, "All nations shall gather to the presence of the Lord in Jerusalem." God himself will dwell with his people. The shadow of the old covenant gives way to the substance of the new covenant, who is Christ. So this verse strongly supports the idea that under the new covenant, old forms like the ark and the sacrifices and the rituals are fulfilled. They successfully accomplished their God-ordained purpose and came to an end. And Jeremiah 3:16 reminds us that the goal isn't to restore the ark, it's to dwell with the king.